Yo, 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 what's up, people? What's up?
Happy Sunday fun day, guys.
Welcome to the Wild That's Crazy podcast.
Welcome, welcome.
It feel good to be home.
It does.
Let's hit our bill for me.
Yes. The
What's up, man?
space.
You
The
okay?
space always holds a comforting feeling because it's where we started, right?
Mm-hmm. It
Yeah.
just feel good to be home. I miss this place.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So, what's going on, Mr. James?
Um,
How
I
was
want
your
to share
week?
some. Oh, before I get to my week, I just want
Mm,
to share some good news. I
thank
met a couple. Yesterday,
you.
and just kicking and talking to them or whatever.
Hmm.
And by me, my birthday coming up, so I'll be 42. I feel like the young
42.
OG.
Yeah.
So
Not you're not an OG though. Like
that's why I said young OG.
they be trying to put you at OG status. And once you hit 35, you are OG nowadays. Like, no, I am
Yeah,
very, very, very
yeah. I feel
skilled.
like under 60, under 50. Yeah, I say between under 50, you the young OG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think when I
Once you
remember
get to like 50, 60, then you the OG.
once you hit 60, it's
Yeah.
just you old. Just sit on down.
Yeah, 60, you
Mm-hmm.
you granddaddy, you papa.
Or grandma, and then
Yeah.
whoever. Yes,
Yeah, you up there.
yes,
You
yes.
yeah, you giving that real advice. But yeah, so
Experience.
the guy I think he was 30 and I want
Mm.
to say she was they was like early 30s.
Okay.
So, we was talking and we met through a friend and we just kicking and we talking and he was just sharing like pictures of they wedding.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh man,
Hmm.
this is a beautiful ass wedding. Like this a dope wedding.
What was
So I'm
dope about
proud.
it?
It
Like,
was just
I want to hear about this
yeah, it
Mrs.
was dope
Wedding.
because her dress, the theme, the pictures. Like when
Mm-hmm.
they took pictures, like I look at that in weddings. Like when I see people pictures, I look at are you capturing the sky? Are you
Mm-hmm.
doing different poses? Is everybody in
Yeah.
your crew? Is everybody happy and excited for
And
you? Let me see
cheerful.
people's face. Because in some weddings it's the mean mugs or it's the girl
Mm.
who jealous that it ain't her.
It's
But
wedding etiquette. Like, I'm not even playing with you when it comes to my wedding party. Like, I'm
yeah,
not like the women that I plan to ask to be, at my wedding.
yeah.
I ain't going to have no problem out of them.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
so he's showing me the way and I'm like, oh man, like how you just know a dope young man and know a man that know where he
It's
going.
that good energy.
Yeah, he just had good energy. And I
Yeah.
just met him. So I could tell his energy was good. And
That
I could
energy
just
real.
tell, yeah, I could just tell he was a good dude. And
Mm-hmm.
you could tell like he wanna be married. He love his wife. He
He's happy.
happy about life. So that ain't even the best part. The best part is these motherfuckers had two weddings.
What? Two?
Two weddings.
Like,
Look, hold on. So the second one was like some Wakanda, like strong black
mm,
power stuff.
so the
And when
people,
I say the and if they not dresses, they not dresses. So I don't want to mess it up.
the
But when I
attire,
say the
yeah.
attire
Yeah.
and the theme of it was
Mm-hmm.
beautiful, and
Mm-hmm.
it was just like I just wanted to
You
just
want to
like
feel like you was in a
it was
whole
like
element.
oh like
It was a whole element of
yeah like I
vibe.
wanted to
Yeah.
hug this guy. So I'm like man,
So he was just showing you his like picture of his
we
phone.
just was yeah, we were just kicking it, talking about like we talked about sports, talked about life, and
Mm-hmm.
was just talking about like marriage
Right.
and family and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So he was when he said the two weddings, I was like, oh, you had another one. So I just thought that was dope because
Yeah.
like I was telling his wife, I'm like, you barely can find guys who want to have one,
Okay.
like are really into it, like you into it.
Oh, the
So
forced marriages.
yeah,
They
so
be
I just
like,
want to give them a shout out, man.
yeah.
Congratulations, and I wish y'all much success. Like,
Whoever you are, the couple,
yes, beautiful
salute.
couple, and it's like
Inspiring. They were inspiring.
that's beautiful right there for a man to like care about his woman like that and have like,
Mhm.
and it wasn't just no regular wedding. Like they shit was dope,
It was
both
dope.
of them. So it was like to put that thought, that energy, that money behind that, like
Hmm.
that's love,
The
that's true love.
energy,
So I
because you
told
can
him I
put the
had to shout
money.
him out, man.
You could put the money behind
Yeah,
it. It's
but
the
shit,
wanting
some
to do
people,
it.
some
Yeah.
still, so it's some cheap, thrifty people out there that don't want to put money into.
Yeah.
Some people want to. Nah, I'm
Yeah,
not.
want a penny
Yeah, you want to
pinch.
penny
I
pinch that
mean, I
shit.
feel like if you want a penny pinch, just go to courthouse and then just have maybe a
Yeah,
reception or
a
hell.
dog ass
You don't
reception.
even have to do that. Just be happy in your marriage.
Yeah,
That's the success of it all.
yeah. Right.
Like to me, it's like really when you're doing a wedding, you're doing a wedding to please others. So you know what I'm saying?
That's yeah,
So it's about that marriage. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like You got to deal with this person every day.
Mm-hmm.
So you mean to tell me I got to wake up to you, see you, go wherever I'm going to work, and come back? Like, you have to be happy with this person,
Yeah.
and you got to be there for the right reasons. You know what I'm
For the
saying?
right reasons.
Like, you guys have to understand. Like, it ain't no I'm just leaving. When you live alone, you before you marry, you just if you're dating, because you can be in a relationship and live in separate spaces. You just, oh, I'm mad, I'm going home. But when you in a relationship and you're married, like, this needs to be a person that you are comfortable with going through highs and lows, ups and downs, whenever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people go into marriages for the wrong reason. That's why it don't last.
Yeah. And it's like in order to change it, like and stop those numbers for being so high crazy, like we got to take it serious. Like we really got to make sure we doing premarital counseling. We got to make sure we're doing therapy. We got to make sure we going to workshops or doing things to help your stuff. Like if you want to be in that position to be successful, you have to do the work. And whether it's through tough conversations, forgiveness, which is hard, but you gotta find forgiveness and stuff, and you gotta grow and talk and communicate about stuff. So it just was dope to see them say we had 2 weddings, man.
And this is a random couple that you just meet
out and just conversate, have a good conversation with, and just shout out to them. But
it's crazy because since I've been engaged, people just keep asking me like, why? What made you say yes? I'm like, first of all, don't ask me why the hell I say yes. Ain't
what
your
they mean
business.
by why they say?
Because people, I don't know. So
I
say
mean,
this.
What made you want to get married now?
Like, why did I say yes to him? Because I've always been that girl. Like, guys like, and I say this as humbly because people like, oh, she thinks she this shit. It's not. Trust me, I don't want to be liked. When I was single, I wanted to be left alone a lot of the time. So it's just like, guys would try to like maybe give me, I've always been that unobtainable woman. Like, even though I've only been in, outside of my engagement, my fiance now, like before him, a solid relationship with one guy. So I've always been, you know what I'm saying? I was in a relationship and I dated, and I done dated all kinds of types of guys. I done dated. And people like, what about him?
So
and I'm like,
the variety.
I mean, and just, I've been out. Like, I believe when you're single, you date.
Yeah.
And I've dated
some all the time.
I've dated
Hit that
some.
bell, man.
You are supposed to date. I was like just dating, and I was all over the place. That's when I said, girl, like, sis, what do you want?
Yeah, you gotta like, and then my thing is, a lot of times they teach you and tell you try different things. That way you can figure out what you like. Like if you go out with the guy that's funny, or the good looking guy, or the cool guy, or the church guy, or the religious guy, like go out with multiple people and just hang out. Like everything don't have to be a date. Like just make it, we vibing, we going out, we hanging out. And I'm going to the movies. You want to go? I'm about to go grab a drink after work. You want to go? That's not a date. That's us meeting up and hanging out.
I was the meet you there
and that's
type of woman. You're not picking me up, no sir. If you want to go on this date, you gotta
earn coming to my house, man.
Okay. And I am the type
of male. And
I'm straight up. Like, I listen. And I mean, I say to say people like, oh, why did him? Because he's like, I'm not gonna keep saying this enough. Like, I can't explain it. When you meet somebody that really, it's like something in me. Like, girl, this is a good man, and we have a friendship, and I can rock with him. Like, he know what he getting. That's why I love. Like, he accept me for me being me. He ain't trying to change me. He know I'm sexy. He know he like, this my woman. He can deal with. He ain't insecure.
And that's
he like thing. Handle your business, be yourself. And that's what I love about me, because I've dated guys that have tried to be insecure. You know what I'm saying? About how, like, you met me this way.
Put
you think
I on that con.
Sir, no, sir. No, and I'm all about, like, I believe when women, and when you change your relationship, you, of course, if you I'm gonna cover up a little more, but I'm still gonna be sexy.
You still can
I'm
be
not
sexy.
wearing no jogging suits. I'm not wearing none of that. So you didn't meet me in that, did you? Exactly. So if you want me, you're gonna take me as I am, and vice versa. But I do believe in helping a person improve things about themselves, because a certain person will bring out certain things about you. You with somebody that's a certain way, you're going to want to change and adapt to their ways, and vice versa, man and woman. So that's what it's about.
And you should want to do it. It shouldn't just be them, but they should make you want to change your growth. But a lot of it should be your own personal growth. Like a lot of stuff that you just, and that's something I don't think a lot of people take serious. Like every day, every hour, every month, like you should be improving. Like you should be able to just take a mental check and just be like, damn, am I eating right? Like, have I been going to the doctor? Have I been exercising? Like, am I nice to people?
So It starts with self and it's internally.
Yeah.
So, like I say this all the time because I ain't ashamed to say it. I went to therapy for years and nobody knew, not even my mother. I would go on a weekly basis because I saw something in me like, girl, this is not, it's because it's life. Life as a kid, I had so many things dumped on me. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know how to be anything but tough. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this type of woman, this energy that I was oozing and putting out into the atmosphere was making me attract people that wasn't for me.
And that's the thing.
That
the energy you put out, that's who you
that's
attract.
what you get back.
Yeah,
and I'm like, damn, like I know I'm a good woman. I know I want this, that, and the third, but why do I keep running into these? Like, I'm not a player. Why do I keep getting these men that want to be players? That's not for me. So I said, you know what? I got to work on me and change me. And then once you change who you are, you'll attract what you want.
Yeah.
And it's not, and I know that's a cliche to say that, but you really have to want to change things. And it starts with yourself because at the end of the day, if you're not happy, none of the other shit matters.
Yeah. And you got to adjust on the fly. Like, my thing is, when I pray to God for something and he showed me, I can't just keep ignoring when he going.
Rest.
I'm just steady going this way, like
until it becomes so destructive where you can't ignore.
Yeah, now you gonna remove the shit out of somebody for your life. So you better make sure that you listening what you asking for. You make sure you doing your part on it, because a lot of times we ask for stuff we ain't ready for.
Man, what?
And it don't turn out the way we want it to be, and then we look back and be like, oh man.
When I say you better be ready, if you praying for it and if you in your soul really want this, because God knows if you on that bull.
Yeah.
He know. You can't lie to him. So if you praying to whatever higher power you pray to, and once you get it, like, you better be ready for it, because it comes.
And my thing was, I'm gonna give you one that I prayed for, and I had to take a step back while these things was happening. I prayed for patience, and it seemed like
patience.
I was caught in traffic a lot. People was doing shit. So
your patience.
It was. It was just. Oh, you want patience? I'm gonna throw some situations at you and see how you handle these. And I had to just take a step back one day, like, man, I asked for this. So that's why this is happening. That's why that is happening. So that's why it seems like everybody being an asshole towards me, or it seems like I'm stuck in traffic every time I drive. Or these things just getting thrown at me. Yeah, because
not stuck in traffic.
Like, no, all that test your patience. Yeah. So it's just like, okay, you want patience? I'm gonna send it, and now let's see how you deal with it. Same thing with money or whatever the case is. Like, when it comes your way, you got to be ready to deal with it.
I just pray for balance. Like, in life, I ain't praying for perfect. I'm praying for just like a balance. Like, can you work with me? Like, I need to just have a balance sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I can't be straddling. I need if it ain't balanced, because once I get hell on wheels, everybody gonna be on. Like,
and I like what Jamar said. Shout out to Jamar. But I like what he said when he said, what he said, open mind and a big heart or something. I'm jacking it up, but it was But it just made a lot of sense, and it's like, it's a dope prayer. Like, it's one of them things where when you go out on the day, you want to just make sure you open to stuff and you just showing love in that situation.
You can't set expectations on things.
Yeah, you just gotta let it flow, and then just deal with it the best way you can. But how was your week?
Busy, but it was kind of euphoric-y and shit. It was just a bunch of I was a little like, leave me alone, let me be in my own vibe this week. That's how I was feeling, you know what I mean? Like, I really wanted to just be like, leave me alone. I have those weeks where I just be like, outside of the necessity, I just want to be. That was one of those weeks. I mind my business, which is always good. I stay minding my business. Yeah. Ooh, people need to do that. Let's talk about minding business. I brought that up because people just need to mind their business. Like, I'm so tired of people asking me about my engagement. Like, just say congratulations or don't ask me why, how, when, where, why.
Well, some of these people been there with you on the sideline watch it, and they feel a part of the team.
How about go ask him how he get this and want to marry? What made him? You know what I'm saying? So taking notes, go spend a day with him and take some notes out of his, because clearly. Since you're so concerned, because people need to mind their business.
That's dope. And you would say it was him. That's good.
Like, literally. You know what I'm saying? Because
most women will take that credit. Like, this was me. I did this.
No, not at all. I'm trying to say, like, if you want to love me with all my extra and me, you love me. Because, I would say this with me. I try to be that peace, that comforting woman, because that came with growth. I wasn't always her. Trust me, I was the one that would
I
cuss your
believe
ass on that phone, calling to do pop up maybe a
it. I
couple
can believe
times.
it.
But the growth, and I said that's why I say it started with me.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanna. I'm so into that. I want to just change these generational curses because these
Mm-hmm.
generational curses, I'm telling you, that shit is real.
Yeah.
Like it goes from person to person to person to person. And that's why I always say, like, I can't, I've sat back and watched things go on. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like, I've always paid attention. And like, I see people going through shit and I'm like, I don't want to go through that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try to do this a different way
Yeah.
because I really want to. And I feel like for some reason, it's like you got to have that feeling. You ever had that feeling where you just feel like your purpose is this and that?
Yeah.
That's just what I feel like. I feel like, it's my time. I
Yeah.
can't explain it. It's like one of those feelings. That's why I say it's been a euphoric week for
Mm-hmm.
me. Because I
Yeah.
just been in a space where I just been trying to really like damn, you know what I'm saying? I'm in a good space. Enjoy it. Tap
Yeah.
into it and enjoy it because it's been so much negativity
Mm-hmm.
floating around everywhere. So I'm trying to put myself back in that space where it's like even though the outside world is so chaotic, tune in and tap in because sometimes we get kind of dragged away from the good shit that's going on in our life because
Hell
everybody
yeah.
around you so negative.
Yeah.
So it's like that's where I'm at because I'm telling you, since I get engaged, people just been weird. Like it's been a weird ass 2021
Mm-hmm.
has been good for me, but the energy it's been so weird.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like I just been this week. I'm like, you know what? I gotta tap out. So that's where I've been.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
my week was cool. Like, I just look at it like everything I've like. I'm seeing my life go to a different direction, and I'm seeing a lot of changes. Is a lot of changes in life, just the way I look at things, just the way I deal with things, just the way
Growth.
I've like, cause I'm one of those guys that I'm the perfection guy. So I understand now that you can't control everything. You can't make everything this way or that way. It's just like you have to deal with things. And you got
Mhm.
to understand sitting there having a pity party or why me or none of this, it's not going to work. It's not going to help. So you just got to figure it out. And when you pray for what you ask for, it's coming. And I really feel like something big is coming. So I'm doing everything in my power, which most people should do. When you feel something big is coming, make sure you improving on every little thing that you have in your life. Make sure you doing stuff a lot better. Make sure you communicating better. Make sure you giving out good energy. Make sure you doing certain stuff and just make sure you being that person that you want to receive or be around or to turn into and be because I really do feel like a big blessing is coming. I really do feel like the work we do here, the energy we put out, the stuff we do, I feel like it's making a difference in not just our lives but other people's lives. Like I have all type of people that be telling me or asking me stuff about the podcast or telling me they like it, and
Mhm.
I went like we don't know who watch.
Right. You
Like we
never
just
know who
know somebody
watching.
watch, but we don't know who
Yeah.
actually watching. So when
Yeah.
I hear the feedback and I hear people like, "Oh yeah, man, it's dope. You gotta have me on." No, I'm not gonna have you on, but thank you. But like it's like thank you for supporting it.
Just
You know,
support,
yeah, everybody can't do this, man.
Man,
Like everybody can't
let's
be LeBron. Everybody can't be Denzel. Like
let's
everybody can't be these people. Just be you.
I'm
Like
an introvert and me sitting here every
that's
week is
another
like the
thing.
first time. Like I don't even really want to talk to nobody.
Yeah,
I'm say to myself, I was just telling Taylor, like I say to myself,
yeah,
I'm an introvert. Like if I don't like I'm the type of person I understand if I ain't got nothing for you, you ain't got nothing for me.
yeah.
That's cool. Bye. See
Yeah.
you.
And I
Like,
tell
yeah.
people all the time, I don't like people, but I like people.
There you go.
Like that's just how I
I
am.
like people until I'm tired of people and then I want to go
Exactly.
about my
Yeah. And
business.
it has to
Yeah.
be on my terms, my energy,
Yeah.
my vibe,
Which
all
is
that.
very rare.
Which is rare.
Because I really don't like I like my alone time
Yeah.
and I like being
I
in
love a long time.
and not only a long
Just leave me
time,
alone.
my company that I keep,
Hmm.
and that's something that I had to learn too. That's the most important because I want to be us to be on the same wavelength. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Not saying we the same, but we that energy needs to be exchanged and
Yeah.
reciprocated. I ain't being the only person that's positive when I'm sitting around negative
Yeah.
Nancy. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not doing
Yeah.
it.
And I remember
Damn.
having this conversation with my pops. Shout out to my pops. But I remember having this conversation about my cousin Aunt, and I was telling
Mm.
them like, it's funny like when you a kid and you hear, oh, you're gonna be friends with these people forever, and you hear some of these people that's been friends since elementary.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to him, and I was telling him like, look, man, the funny thing about me and Aunt is like we understand each other. We
Mm-hmm.
share we share some of we share the same interests.
That's
Like we got some of the
important.
same goals. Like we believe in some of the same stuff. So I feel like he's the type of person that everybody ain't haven't still been around him, and he gets out of people like I gets out of people. But I think it work out with us because we both like that. Like we want to this successful life. We want to be giving. We want to be cool. We want to be fun. We want to be great parents. We want to do this and do that. And husbands, we want to be great. So it's like when I'm talking to him, I don't have to explain what I'm saying.
He already
You know our
Yeah,
conversations. Like
yeah.
people, like
I'm telling
people would
you.
think we crazy if they hear our conversations.
what?
But that's what make us us. We're different. Like we cool, but
Y'all
some
ain't
stuff
seen.
you might not understand, or you might not translate it the
Mhm.
same. But you know, like I like to describe, we just cool assholes. That's all.
Yeah, I
And it's like
mean,
we understand each other, and we not sensitive.
I always say I feel like guys are able to be friends and I don't know. And I love when I see women that have been friends and
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
kind
real
of
friends.
dope.
It's so dope to
And
me.
real
But
friends.
I wasn't dealt that hand in life.
Yeah.
I tried that field earlier in life. And
Yeah.
I tell my little sister all the time, like this, that, but I make friends. Make sure your friends, you have something in common with them. Make sure they're doing something. Make sure they're secure
Yeah.
in who they are.
Yeah.
Because women, it's always not all the time, but most time. Because there are some women that have some dope ass friendships. I've seen it. But it's competition.
Yeah.
It's the cattiness, the pettiness. And it's like
It should be sisterhood. It's
exactly.
not sisterhood. It's
It's
competition.
weird.
It's like some mean girls,
Yeah.
high school cheer team
They
shit.
competing with you, and
Yeah.
then I'm like, how you compete with me? And you ain't even in the lane with me, sis. You got about 5 more damn lanes you got to cross before you catch up. Like, where's the
Yeah, it's
competition?
levels to
Like,
this
you
shit.
got to be able to compete. And
Yeah.
it ain't even always about physicality because people always be like, oh, whatever. Because that's where everybody wants to say it ain't. It's about other things too, but you ain't in none of them lanes with me. So how you competing with me?
Hit the deal, man.
Shit. Like you gotta be in at least 2 lanes to even compete. You can't. That's what people need to understand. You can't do what another person do. Be your authentic self, and that will shine even brighter than anything.
And some people are just cool. They don't try to be cool.
And some people just be hating because there's some haters out here.
And if you a hater, you a hater.
Like yes.
When you spend a lot of your time hating or being mad, you're a hater. It's no way to put it. When you could just. If somebody walking down the street and the first thing that come to your head is some hating shit, like you're a hater. Like if you don't see no positive out of nothing, just a hater.
And then men be like, men hate on women, women hate on me.
Hell yeah.
Like I didn't know it was that many men hating until I got
a lot of guys that hate on women bad.
I get like the cold shoulder from people that used to be like, hey, because
nobody happy for you.
Nobody is.
Nobody happy
I'm
for
like,
you.
I thought this was a good thing.
Yeah.
When I was single,
for you.
Dysfunctional dating, had a whole bunch of ruckus going on. People, oh, I can't wait till you find love. Well, hello. I found it. Ain't you happy? What happened?
Yeah,
what was all that rooting for me?
No,
that shit has died. No. And some people are granted. People
happy
are
for you when you with them and you making them happy. Like people ain't like how many people you know that you can like you've heard them say, I'm happy for that person. Like even if I'm not the person to make that person happy, I'm happy they happy.
With that dry ass
people don't be happy for no.
You can keep that.
Woohoo, girl, I'm so happy.
Or
no, I'm not.
The most annoying thing for me is if I put something on Facebook and you can comment under it, don't DM me or inbox me no damn congratulations. Post that shit up under that post. Why you DMing me?
Yeah.
And first of all, don't say hey or hello to me if you ain't congratulating me on my engagement because we gonna set something. That's what I'm about. We gonna talk about boundaries. There are boundaries to this.
Okay.
If you want to even have a conversation with somebody, I feel like at least acknowledge something that they have going on. So you just gonna reach out to me and say, hey, I ain't gonna acknowledge that I'm doing a podcast, I'm engaged. No, ain't no hey. First thing you should be saying, hey, congratulations. Like people just out here and that's hating to me.
That's real.
Because you know damn well you see what I'm doing. So you're gonna sit here and act like you don't see this, but then you want to try to kick it and vibe with me. So you think we gonna click up and connect and you ain't said nothing about nothing I got going on. That's like people. It's like, that's weird to me. And that's the type of weird energy I've been getting from people. Like, hey, or reaching out, like, what you want? Ain't no hey. Hey, it's for horses. What? What you want? And that's how I am. But people think I'm mean because I'm like, get straight to the point. What you want?
Yeah. You just, and people don't understand. That's not mean. That's just real. And
because
let's cut to the chase. Let's get to the point.
And what do you want?
And that's why us men, we should always lead on our intentions. We should always talk about our intentions from the gate.
I got guys mad at me that ain't never had a chance, which is weird because how you mad because I'm engaged? You used to like everything I posted on Facebook. And mind you, I don't even post anything that's, you know what I'm saying? I post mostly selfies. I might get a little sexy every now and again.
Yeah, you the and even queen.
Yeah, you ain't seen, honey, catch me outside. Like she say, you'll see me in person. You'll see whatever you trying to see because it ain't going on online. Nope, not happening. And you mad you was liking every selfie I was posting, but now it's just dry. Like, what happened? I'm engaged, I'm happy, and you ain't even have a chance. Why you mad, sir? That's what really be tripping me out. Like, men really be mad. Like, men get upset as if you even was in a chance to get a chance with me.
Yeah.
That should be crazy. Or I'm got all these people that ain't never had a husband want to tell me advice. Like, since you ain't got no man, don't tell me about no
You
husband.
don't
Like,
got a
I
strong
don't want.
boyfriend.
If you have never been married to a man, you have no reason to be trying to give me no advice. No.
So you don't
And
think
I don't have no married people trying to give me no advice. It's all single people. Like,
that's
ma'am,
real.
sir, you ain't got no husband or no wife. So how can you tell me how to
Yeah.
even
Them the relationship experts.
How? And you're toxic.
You
You
toxic
are
as
the
hell.
problem. Like, that's
Your whole life is the
yes. It just
problem.
meant weird ass energy. I didn't have people just out the blue.
Yeah.
Like, where you come from?
Like my thing is credentials are important. Like you gotta have the credentials to be saying this stuff you saying. Like you got to. Like you gotta be in a happy place. You gotta have to have a
No, you
strong
have to have a
relationship.
husband
You
or a
have to have a
wife
husband or
to give
wife.
out marital advice.
You have to be positive yourself in your own life. You have to be a great parent, not somebody who kids barely with
in
them.
real life, great
Like
parents.
you got to be
Not
real.
for social media.
Exactly.
Because it's a lot of social media parents, a lot of social
Mhm.
media relationships,
Yeah.
a lot of social media everything. And in real life, it's not anything of what they put out into the internet.
Yeah.
Because the internet is where you can go be who you want to be.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is.
And I'm glad you said
Yeah.
that because I mean I just look at even with like parenting, fathers and mothers. Now the good thing about me, I've seen all angles. I've seen I've been involved in the married couple. I've been in the single mom, the dad. I've been in the step parent situation. So I've been in all angles. I've seen successful relationships, I've seen toxic relationships, I've seen good relationships, and I've seen great relationships. So the thing with kids to me that bothers me that I see a lot going on today is, oh, this person ain't doing nothing. This person ain't doing nothing. Like my thing is, I don't have to be a woman to recognize how good of a job some others do. Like I don't have to. Like I could just sit back and tell, oh, her kids eating well. He's exercising. He's involved in activities. He's doing this. Like he's showing that he's happy. I can see that. So it's like a lot of times I can't stand when women just sit there and be like, oh, that dad don't do nothing. That dad don't do this. But for one, the dad paying you child support. The dad's them benefits ain't cheap.
So can we
Hit that
let's go
bill.
back. Can you explain to me what do you feel child support is for? Because I've heard all kind of crazy
Okay,
stuff.
my thing
What
is
do you
this.
feel like when a man is paying child support? Do it go to the household or is it for the kid? What the hell do you supposed to do with child
This
support?
is what I personally feel. Now I understand some situations change dealing with your finances, but the thing, and I'm gonna explain what I'm saying. Like my thing is this: to me, if I'm paying you child support, that specifically should go to my child. That should go to the well-being. That should go to clothes, transportation to school. That should go to anything related to my kid.
Paying car note? Do you think it should contribute to that? Because
No,
I don't.
no. I think your own personal bills that if you live by yourself, that has nothing to do with my kid. Because if you a grown ass adult, your rent, your bills should be paid by you. Because those are your things.
Your
If
nails, your hair, your
that
red bottoms, your
that's
Gucci,
not for
your
child
Louis,
support. Child
your
support,
lashes, your eyebrows, your
it's okay to
lipo,
get
your
some life
augmentation,
insurance
all
or
of
other
that.
stuff. It's not for the
Yes.
BBL or none of
Yeah,
that.
like
It's
I
not
just,
for that.
and the reason why I'm asking because I've heard people say that it's for the household. Like, I don't believe that a man should be financially taking care of a household that he's not in
I agree.
as an adult. Because this, and I said this before on previous podcasts, a child is created out of some. It's having sex. That's what
Yes.
it is.
Yes.
It's two people.
Two
Unless
people.
it's not consenting, that means your ass consented, man and male and female.
Yes.
That baby is your responsibility and it's that man's responsibility.
Yes.
So if you as a woman chose down to lay down with this man, you know what you get and vice versa.
Yeah.
So for me, if the man is not with you, you're not his responsibility.
Not at all.
And especially if you got another man. And even if you ain't got another man, you are a grown ass woman. So whether you had kids or not, you would have to provide a roof, a car, stability for yourself. Don't try to use this kid as a means to take care of yourself. So that's why I'm asking, because I grew up, my mom ain't never get a penny of damn child support, and I ain't never heard her complain about providing clothes, shelter, back to school, in the middle of school, prom, all of that. She did everything for me and never got a piece of a damn penny from my daddy and never complained about it. These women nowadays, they getting told off in so many different ways.
Yes.
It's not just child support. The stimmy, so many people
You
that came
had
up off this,
2-3
and I'm gonna call it
stimmies.
what it is. So many people that came up off of that.
You done had taxes, 3
Yes.
stimmies, that food, bridge card
Yeah.
shit. You done had. There's no mother that should be sitting there asking the dad for shit
Now-
if they didn't share. And most of them, like, it don't happen where it be like, okay, let's say we got 3 kids.
Mhm.
And if we got 3 kids, if you didn't give me nothing for none of the kids, I don't think I should get no back. I shouldn't have to get no back to school shit. I don't think I should do nothing in this year.
So I'll say this.
That's
I
me.
believe in fairness. If you are a woman and you have a man that is paying his child support and spending his time, not just giving you a check or whatever, but is actually an active parent in this child's life,
Active parent.
and he's willingly doing it, why are you giving him a hard time?
Yeah.
You get like, that's what I'm asking, because again, I don't know, I don't have kids, so I'm really like, I listen to people and I hear a bunch of BS, and I'm like, I have brothers and I have a sister, so I'm always on both sides of the spectrum, and I'm a woman first. So it's a lot of good women out there, but I'm sorry, it's a lot of women that's just literally, they only find it beneficial for the man to be the father when it's financially appropriate. Like, they only feel like, oh, he's a good dad if he's financially, if he paying. It's like a kid is not a object where you just pay for it.
Yeah.
It's like you damn near gotta pay to see your kid, pay to spend time with your kid,
Yeah.
pay to be a daddy to your kid. So that's why I'm like, that's what I hear.
It's fucked up.
It's crazy. But meanwhile, this kid, you get all this, you stay fresh to death, hair done, nails done, everything. But you see this kid got on grand animals and shit, cheap ass clothes. Ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So I really be perplexed and like, explain to me, what is child support for?
And I've seen guys that was great fathers. And what I mean by great father is whenever their kids around them, they're safe, they're smiling, they're happy. And damn, then when they go back to mom, they don't even feel that same way. Yeah. And they doing whatever. Like, I can have $10. This guy can be a billionaire. If I'm giving my whole 10 to my kid and I'm catching a bus, catching a cab, catching an Uber, doing whatever I can to make my kids smile and happy and giving them my last, that's a great father. It ain't because that billionaire who ain't even around just giving stuff and don't really fuck with the kid, can't name one of his friends, can't name nothing, can't tell you their favorite.
They don't be
color,
having no
nothing.
Billionaire. They be having no man or a man that ain't doing nothing.
And so that's another thing. He driving your car. Yeah. He bumming off you. He eating my kid's cereal.
It's just crazy. And that's one reason why. And I say this all the time. That's why I've never had a urge to have kids until like I had get married, because I don't want to co-parent, because it seems like it's so fucking stressful.
Yeah, you just got to be on the same page. It can work. Yeah. It's just you got to be on the same page.
I know some really good people that like men and women that do it good, and I've seen it done. And I know some awesome dads, and I know some moms that are awesome, but I also know some deadbeat moms and some deadbeat dads. Yeah. And it is what it is. And ain't all like it's just feel like, to me, every time I hear about like the kid is always, women just want more, and it's like money. They ain't your mother. It's always money. The money. It ain't never come get them, spend more time with them. It's always about monetary things. It's like, damn, do you even care if the kids have a relationship with his dad?
Then it's come get your kid, but it ain't like, it just don't make no sense. Like it's just bad all around, because they don't understand the concept of you had to take care of all these things before the kid got here. You are an adult. Like, you have to do all these things. So my stuff should go to my kids. And if you feel, okay, this to take care, put it in some life insurance, put it in a college fund, put it in a savings fund.
Going no college fund. Some they not putting that money. They put that money into their own personal. And sometimes
that's not DTE money. That's
and
not,
you know, it don't even. And sometimes maybe 1 month you do need to pay DTE,
and that's true.
And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But it gotta make sense. If you have a man that's paying, why this child is still neglecting her, why, you know what I'm saying? And it can be a mom that's paying and the dad neglectful or whatever. However, it just don't be adding up to me. That's why I'm like, it just be seeming so chaotic. It seems like it's always about money. It's never about the well-being of the kid.
And that's my thing. Like, a lot of guys make sure their kids are dreamers and making sure they dreaming and having goals, and just making sure they got the confidence and make sure they're eating right, exercising. Like, I would never say nothing bad about my kid's mother because I don't know what they do together. And I got to rule with my sons. What happened in mommy house stays in mommy
Right.
house. As long as there's nothing hurting you, like
That
that's
ain't your
y'all
business.
relationship. But when y'all with
Yeah.
me, this is what we focus on. We focus on being positive, being happy, understanding a higher power, making sure we being nice to other, making sure we have a plan, making sure we're confident, making sure we just putting that positive energy. Those are the things that I focus on, that I feel as a father, that's making you a better man. You as a woman, you can't tell me how to make a better man or how to be. And what makes a father too, I could put any differences of feelings or anything to the side for my sons. Let's say I don't like soccer, which I do. If my kid was playing soccer, I'm at every soccer game. I'm watching soccer
Me
with
there.
them. I'm doing all this. If I don't like them playing an instrument, I'm gonna listen to the noisiest shit for my kid. Oh, if I don't want to be around the mother, I'm gonna be around just anything that can make my kid feel
Happy.
loved and happiness and see his dad deal with situations and make the most out of situations, because that's what you got to tell yourself. Is it going to be a point in my kid's life where they're going to be in a situation like this, and are they going to know how to handle it? I feel like a lot of times with dads growing up with daughters or vice versa, it's like a whole thing. You got to do this, you got to do this. But we didn't discuss happiness.
Or mental
We didn't
stability.
discuss like,
Your mental.
putting other people first sometimes.
You got to
Putting
tap into
yourself
that
first
mental,
sometimes. Yeah.
like, and I don't think people understand, like, kids be really going through all the
Hell
ups and
yeah.
downs that the parents go through. So when
Yeah.
you having a bad day, that kid is seeing you have a bad day. When you
Yeah.
going through this and going through that, that kid is seeing you go through this and go through that. They go through relationships with you. They
Yeah.
go through highs and lows with you. So for me, and I say this because I had to learn how to, at a young age, just like kind of like make sure I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mentally, because our parents sometimes they're dealt a bad hand.
Hell
And
yeah.
they don't really know how to
And you don't
parent
know their
us.
story.
You don't know their story. So both of
Yeah.
my parents, I didn't really find out really like how they went through their childhood traumas, and they were young. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't even really weren't even full enough adults when my mom
Yeah.
had me. We literally grew up together. So sometimes they don't know how to tap into that mentality of that kid.
Yeah.
So by me learning that, I'm like, you got like the mental stability of a family or just a household period is very important, because
Yeah.
when it's unstable, the whole house gonna be a
Oh, hell
ruckus.
yeah. And that's why, that's another thing what I'm talking about. No matter what we going through far as finances or everything, it should always be happiness around. It gotta be
So
happiness.
I'll say this, and I'll say before you move on, we was just talking about the child support and
Yeah.
how it works. So you say you feel like it should go to like the well-being of the kid,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what I always, because I really didn't understand. So I didn't heard it supposed to go through to the woman, do whatever she want to do, and I'm like, that's weird to me.
Yeah. I mean, like we said, and like you said, like if it might be this month, you might gotta pay DTE with it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But this is not DTE money. This is not
But do
like,
it gotta add up? It gotta make sense. Like I be looking like, okay, if you getting paid this X amount of dollars, then you supposed to be taking care of a child with it, and you're working a stable job where you're making money to take care of your responsibilities. You shouldn't really need to
exactly
take from them, because this is the money that's allotted to them,
but
right?
most of them not working. That's the problem.
No, they be working,
but a lot of them don't though. A lot of them
well,
don't.
if they not working, because I guess it's different circumstances, different reasons. But
Yeah.
I just seen a lot of people just literally just spending the money on themselves. People really don't be using what it should be used for.
Yeah, I agree all day.
Not happiness. So you say you feel like a household should have happiness all the time? Like,
no, what I mean by that is we're finding happiness through every situation. It's gonna be turmoil. It's gonna be death. It's gonna be sadness. It's gonna be pain. But can we find the happiness in that? Like, perfect example, Kevin Hart. Like, I heard him talk about comments one time, and he was talking about like how him and his kids and his family look at hate comments, the worst comments, and they'll just make jokes and laugh about it. Like, that's dope. That's finding a better way to teach your kids how to deal with certain stuff. Because can you imagine celebrity kids looking at something, they saying, "Oh, LeBron, I wish you died," and LeBron kids seeing that, or Barack, kids seeing, oh, I hate the president, I want to do this to the, like, that got to be devastating. But if they can look at that and laugh and be like, he said my dad got a big head, like, that's funny. Some shit is funny
because people gonna talk about you regardless. They gonna find something to say.
I do that with my kids all the time. Like when people say shit, like if somebody cracked on you, was it funny?
Was it funny?
Like take a step back.
Sometimes them jokes be true.
Sometimes that shit be funny.
Be
like,
and
I done heard a lot of good dark jokes. Like some of them be funny as hell. I done heard a lot of short jokes that be funny. Like jokes are meant to be funny. And like I tell my kids, and it's a lesson for other kids. And if you got kids, you can pass this along. You gotta start having your kids just be outsmarted, just have them outsmarting everybody. Like I was telling my son the other day, and we had this issue when he was like, let's say 5-6 years old, and he was in school, and he was like, Dad, this kid called me ugly and was saying this, and I'm like, well, what if you just laughed at it back too? What's gonna happen? Oh, yeah, like think about it. Like somebody crack a joke on you and you start laughing, then now you done took the power from them, and then they look stupid because if you be like, oh. You short. I'm like, I am short.
Yeah, like I know. Like you ain't telling me nothing that I don't know.
Now you look stupid and your joke ain't funny. Yeah. So I always taught my sons how to just laugh at shit and just to step back. Like if this wasn't you, would you laugh at it?
Because like, in that way your feelings not hurt.
Yeah. So it's one of them things where you just use certain tools just to teach and just show them how to deal with life and deal with people. Because it's like I tell my sons, everybody, just because you're happy don't mean everybody gonna be happy. Just because you're nice don't mean so just know every now and then it's gonna be an asshole person and be an asshole. No. And that shouldn't change your mood. You should just laugh at it, but like, oh, my dad pointed that out. Like, and my sons really do that. Even when I had conversations with my oldest son about girls, and he just be like, nah, some of them be too much for me. Like, I'm cool. Like our conversations, I be forgetting that's my son. I be like, I be sitting back and he be like, yeah, Dad, because it's just like, man, I don't do all that drama and that messy stuff. And I'm like, wow.
How old is he? 17?
17. And it's just
these girls probably do get drama at 17. They got it.
He's just a cool kid. Like, I just love that, he's just that cool kid and he is self. And like I be telling my youngest, like, you take like your level, you at this level, you're not at that level. So celebrate being at this level. Because it'd be like, you be looking like, oh, is he doing this or doing that? And I just have to remember myself like, oh, he younger than him or he younger. So he going through this stage where he just want to be with the boys. Yeah. Or he going through the stage where he like girls. So he going to the stage where he curious. Or he going to the stage where it's just about video games. So all of them are good stages, but let your kid go through every phase and support them. And whatever they doing or whatever they like doing or however they feel.
Let them be. You gotta let people gotta let people be themselves. Like everybody be trying to create a project, have a project they're trying to create somebody to be who they want to be. No, accept people for who they are.
That's it.
And let them be. And you're going to get the best of that. When you accept people for who they are, that's when you get the real truth. Yeah. Whether it's good or bad.
That's a fact.
Now, so we're going to talk. Oh, you on the same wavelength in these albums?
Yep. Let's talk about music. So if a lot of y'all already know, the Kanye album came out. The Drake album came out. It's been a lot of great music. But those two albums everybody been talking about. So tell me your thoughts on both albums.
I think Drake is dealing with, like, I think he's yearning for something higher, something more. He's successful. He's probably dated. Sure, not probably. He's had whoever. He can have whoever he wants. I just think when I listen to him, I hear him. His album is toxic, but it's also.
That's right.
Yeah, but he's yearning for something more. It's kind of like he's fed up with the same old rigmarole. He's also calling people out, getting some shit off his chest. Probably doing a lot of hater because when you're successful, you deal with that. Yeah. I mean, that's just a part of, that's a part of what comes with success. So I feel like he's just yearning for, he's asking for something greater, something more. He's probably coming to realization with himself. And so an album, I honestly like Kanye better. Like I was a Kanye West when he came out with his first album. Kanye he has his ups and downs, highs and lows. You got a little bit of mourning, you got a little bit of relief. First of all, it's not explicit at all, so it's pure PG, right? No cuss words, no none of that. He's also paying homage to his mom, saying bad. I hear a little bit of him talking about his marriage, the experience and everything. So it's a little highs and lows with him.
Yeah, I thought like with the I started Kanye first. I thought with the Kanye, like it felt like therapy with him. It felt like
He working
Like
on
you
himself.
always hear Kanye talk about Kanye, but this like he was back to that beginning Kanye where he was vulnerable and talking
Mhm.
about stuff that really means something to him. Like I thought I knew this album was coming, and I felt like when this album came, it would help him a lot because I feel like you talking about your mother, you playing audio of your mother,
Mhm.
like you really showing what your mother meant to you, and it's like by you talking about that, talking about the Kim stuff, talking about the kids, you talking about some of the hating stuff
Man,
too,
what?
and you on your ego stuff. Like I love what I love about Kanye is the passion, the ego. I
Mhm.
love that he an asshole. I love that he do stuff we don't agree with, and I love that he cocky enough to feel like I believe I belong in this room, and I could be the only one in this room. So I love that, and he's a talented guy.
He
Like
is.
regardless of what you saying, like when you hear them instruments, when you hear that production, like when you
It's
gotta hear that
it's
CD. Like
good.
when you hear the hooks and when
Mhm.
you hear the
Mhm.
like when you hear that shit, it's
That's
like
Kanye.
that's Kanye. Like that's what make him a genius and make
Mhm.
him dope and creative. And it's
He has a
like,
talent.
yeah, he ain't played basketball and his shoes sells like crazy. And I felt like he really like was talking about some shit. Like he had good verses, but I love the
Mhm.
people he had featured on the album too. Like I love a lot of them features
Mhm.
and like
Miss Hill, Lauren
yeah,
Hill.
I
She
love
on.
man. That's the queen,
Listen,
man.
Lauren
You gotta
Hill
hit the
is
bell for Lauren.
yes.
That's one of my
Listen,
favorites, man.
when she just Lauren Hill within itself, that's probably my favorite song. Believe what I say.
Hmm.
But Lauren Hill on it. When
Yeah.
I heard Lauren on it, I'm like, oh, this about to
And
be
he
and the
gave you
beat.
some of everything. He
Yes.
gave you the weekend. He gave you the Lauren stuff. He
Hmm.
gave you the
It's a
Jay stuff.
compilation of highs and lows
Yeah,
with him.
I even liked the Hoover stuff, like the son
Hmm.
speaking, and I felt
Hmm.
like I
I looked
felt
it up. I
him,
had to
like
look it up because I didn't have
yeah,
an idea what he was. So I'm like,
yeah.
I
And
let
I
it
remember
play.
when he did it, when he went there. But what
Hmm.
I loved about that, hearing him talk, giving him the voice to talk and
Hmm.
say what he going through, and even when he said to it about his dad, whether it's true or not, you can
Hmm.
agree or disagree. But when he said, "If I knew my dad would put us through some more shit like that and be on some whole ass shit, I would not vouch for this man. I will no longer want to mess with this man." I felt that. Like I felt that where it's like your energy and what our family been through. Like I expect something out of you. Like if you gonna do
Hmm.
the same shit, I don't gotta support that. So I
Right.
felt that, and just the beats. It was just a crazy album. With Drake, Drake was Drake. Like he
Hmm.
was talking that big boy shit. He was
Hmm.
talking his light skin shit. He was
The light skin
he was talking
shit.
about the women, all the good things that I love about Drake.
He
Like
just
I
it's.
love his confidence. I love that he cocky.
Hmm.
I love that he talk about the women. I love that he talk about guys. Like he the only guy that come on and be knocking the whole wave that somebody doing right now,
It
and
just.
you'll see the people. Like I done seen
Hmm.
videos of Meek Mill and all types of rappers and Live just going crazy on some shit that I know he was probably talking about them.
Hmm.
Like the rappers
Hmm.
he talking about be in that room and they be
Dance.
like,
Yep. Yep.
"Oh, yo, oh," and I be
And
like,
he talking right
"He
about
talking
him.
about you."
Hmm.
So it's like
Yeah.
it's one of them that I love that he was on that, and we gotta stop with the Drake ain't growing and Drake ain't this. Like Drake, like you gotta think Drake experimented a lot. Like he did a
Hmm.
lot of different sounds. So not only did he do a lot of sounds, he did a lot of stuff, and a lot of us didn't like it. Like a lot of people don't like One Dance. A lot of people didn't like certain songs, the Caribbean songs. Like a lot of people didn't like that. So all I could do is try and go with what majority of my fans like and what I feel like I like. So I just think the album was dope or whatever. And I felt like, you know, me personally, I know what I want from him. I want the all R&B album. Like I
Hmm.
want that. I want a joint album with Rick Ross or a joint album with Wayne or Jay. Like I want him to do that different. Like far as
Hmm.
the sound, giving me who you are, the cocky boss stuff. I love that.
Hmm.
But give me that when I say I want something different from him,
Say you
that's
asking
what I
something
want.
new. He.
Yeah. But no, I love the CD I'm gonna be playing for a minute because it's and like I told people, when you listen to these big artists, sometimes you gotta let this music digest. You can't just
Hmm.
go off first listen and be like, oh, I hate it, I love it. Like music ain't it's art. You gotta like when you see a painting, you don't just look at it and be like, that's ugly. No, you gotta look at the art and
Hmm.
just, you gotta look at it.
Yeah.
And
Music is
even with
therapy.
movies and TV shows, like how many of us saw a TV show and be like, man, it started off boring as hell, but it was good as hell. Like it's a
Hmm.
lot of movies like that. So I feel like with Drake, Drake was Drake, man. And for him to be on top this long, he doing
And
something
he
nobody
definitely
never done, man.
he is. But I'm more like for me, and my favorite album, I'm sorry, is Nas.
I love Nas
King's
album.
Disease 1. 2 is good, but 1, him and Hit Boy.
Yeah.
That's his. They need to just stay locked in.
Yeah,
locked
they
in.
2 for 2.
Two for two.
And what I liked about the albums,
Mm-hmm.
to me they both was different. Like the first one was like the Nas album. Everybody always wanted with
so
the beats
smooth.
and the smooth Nas and the features and working with the young guys. So that's why I love one better. To me, 2 is great because it's still Nas, and it's like Hit Boy came to him and kind of used more of a slower Nas, but still a great
Nas.
beat. Yeah. So it's like we always wanted to hear Nas on them 2 type of beats, and I felt like he gave us both of those.
Yep.
Because a lot of times everybody, his knock was all the beats or the hooks or this, but I feel like with these 2 albums, it was incredible, and I love both of them.
But see, I like that's my type of rap. I like the Kendrick, the J. Cole's, the Nas, the Q-Tips, the Andre 3000s, the rapper. I like that's real. Like they talking about real shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just about the hoes and the lipos and I made her get her body done. I like to hear about like I like real hip hop.
Like Nas talking about tech and business.
Man, well, trying to teach you some knowledge and talking about hey, let me get off.
And he do it in a cool way.
And he understand that he's now seasoned. And he like, but he's still Nas. And he like, but let me get off Instagram because hey, I got to get out these DMs. I can't be in these DMs. And I like that because you have real shit. Yes, because you have to grow. And so that's why I'm like, I love that album. But I'm rocking. I like Drake too. But Kanye. I feel like Kanye been through a lot. Like, and I say that because losing a parent, you know what I'm saying? Like he ain't, and then too, he lost the parent, then he got into a marriage and he just went off. He never really had probably time to
you
just
can tell he had it. He just got back to work.
Yeah, he just
like that don't always, that can't work. Like eventually you got to deal with stuff. Yeah, like that just can't work. But what about R&B though? Hold on, which album you thought was better?
Which one?
Which one you thought was better?
I don't have a favorite. I'm still
if you had to just have one. Because I like both of them, but if I had to listen to one,
if I had to listen to one, I'm rolling with Kanye.
Yeah, I would say Kanye.
Well, from where I'm at, and like I feel like Drake. I like Drake, but Drake is Drake. You know, he's dope, but I like what the beats. Yeah. Like you getting a little bit of it's the roller coaster with Kanye. So it's going from this to that to this to that. It ain't just I get tired of hearing about women and the hoes and all of that. So I like when we're you talking about like real stuff. So I'm gonna go with Kanye. I'm gonna say
I say Kanye too. But what R&B you been listening to lately? Any new? Or just I'm some of the same stuff.
I love my Lucky Day. I love my Kim. I love my Her. I love my Snow Allegra. She's
that's one of my favorites right now.
My Ari Lennox.
I love Ari.
And shout out to I'm sorry. Like I've been like everybody been talking about Chloe, but I'm Chloe, girl, do your thing.
See, I'm not up on them.
Dude, but I'm just up on it because her video. I guess it's a video that she didn't release. But it's like she been getting something. I'm like, I like Chloe because she just want to be Chloe. Let Chloe be Chloe.
So, she got music by herself?
Yeah, she got a whole video. Like it's a video.
She has a whole CD by herself?
I don't know. Like I'm not a fan of I don't listen to her music, but I think she's dope. She's a beautiful woman.
I love how she carries herself.
I think how she's sexy. Yes, and she's naturally sexy. And I like that. I'm for that. Like the natural sexy, the curve with a little extra on it. Like that's what the realness. I'm all for it. Yeah. So I like her, but I'm not really like I know her and her sister. I was listening to certain songs with her, but I just like her. She's trying to make a way for herself.
I want to check them out. Like I've never checked them out.
I mean, I don't think it's something that you're gonna just ride out to.
I mean, I ain't gonna say ride to, but
it's more aesthetically pleasing for your eyes to look at Chloe, because that's what guys y'all are like, because she's she's like to me she reminds me of like a younger. I'm getting the Beyonce vibes with her, like the dancing, the sexiness, that's what I'm getting from her. The
queen vibes.
She ain't Beyonce now, but she's giving me a lot of that dancing and that sexiness. Well, where she's entertaining, you know what I'm saying, and she's good at what she do. You know what I'm saying? She's an entertainer. She's giving me because Beyonce to me, she's a hell of an entertainer. You can't deny it.
She up there with the best. I put her up there with James Brown, Michael, Jackie Wilson, all the Prince. I put
you can't knock her for what she does.
They on another level.
R&B, so that's my R&B. I love Lucky Day. I'm so mad he was here.
That Snow. You gotta listen to that $5 Division.
Yeah, you keep telling me
that album is incredible.
I'll try. I've been making some music for the last 3 days. I'm like,
yeah. I got away from the shows for a minute and got into music, but I'm trying to get back into some of the shows.
What shows you watching?
I'm still doing the Kayne. I'm one behind. I ain't see the newest one.
Yeah, the Kayne, Godfather of Harlem.
I'm caught up on that.
Let me see what else. I've been even watching episodes of Snowfall, like
Snowfall.
because you come,
Yeah, you
yeah,
can always go
yeah.
back.
So it's just a little bit of everything that's on TV. I like my Queen Sugar. I love
I
Tyler
ain't seen
Perry.
that yet.
And ladies, we got All the Queens Men. Like that's a good show with Eva from Housewives. That's a good one. It's our little
What's the
own.
name of it?
It's for women. It's like our P Valley. You know how the
Okay.
men had P Valley with the women
Okay.
stripping. So it's our P Valley. Like ladies,
Okay.
tap in because if you want to see something, tap on in. It's on. It's called All the Queens
Way to
Men.
suggest it.
Yeah, it's not gonna be nothing. I mean, you might, but guys, y'all be so I don't watch that. Yeah.
No. Get a
Yeah.
woman to show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's for us. It's for our
Yeah.
eyes. Yeah. It's a
Get the
good
ladies to show.
so it's a good show if you want to watch. But yeah, other than that, I've been all over the place. TV, music. I've been trying to figure things out. Trying to find a house, wedding, I got so much on my plate. Like some days I just be like, I'm just thankful,
Yeah.
It's just a lot.
Well,
Yes.
you know we closely getting to the wrap. So look,
What
I won't be here next week.
possibly?
You will be here next week,
Yeah.
and I trust and believe you can hold it down. I know you
I
can.
hold
It's just
it
gonna be
down.
weird. That's all. It's just gonna be weird. You doing it. That's all.
Yeah,
But
I
I
don't
know
know
you
what I'll
got
talk
it.
about.
Have fun.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll
Have
see what I'll
fun.
bring to the table.
Knock it out. Yeah.
Where you going? It's your birthday. You
I
want to
just
fuck
wanna
us since you're not
rest.
gonna be here? This is birthday festivities.
I'm gonna
What's
figure
going
it
on?
out. Sleep.
No, not no sleep.
Look, you know me,
I'm
man.
so tired.
Give me some. Let
You
me
can't
binge
sleep on your
watch.
birthday.
I'm
Nah.
sleeping. But we'll talk about it when I get back. But thank you, Detroit.
Well, since you're
Shipping.
not gonna be here,
Thank you,
happy
Podcast
birthday,
Detroit. Thank
early
you.
birthday.
Thank you.
Yes.
Virgos, we're the best. And shout out to my man Nigel and Cardboard Keys and Soul Capone.
Shout out.
I like him. He a dope artist. Check him out though, for real.
Check him out, people.
You're not gonna hear me just suggest people music, but
Check
Soul
him out.
Capone in '94, I mess with him. Cardboard Keys, check him out.
Check
Proud of
him
you, Nigel.
out.
Yeah, but thank you guys. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Taylor.
Thanks, Taylor. Thank you, everybody.
You guys have a great week. Be
Salute.
safe.
Ciao, guys.
Peace.